Hey there everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm finally flying the Fenix A320, which I have been waiting for a year now, basically, almost a year. And well, it's supposedly the most complete A320 ever made, even better than the FS Labs, allegedly. It's what we're gonna figure out. So I set up a short flight, half an hour, really short. As you can see on the top left corner, we have the performance figures so that you can see how it runs. My setup consists on 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 2070 3700X. That's what's going for it, pretty much. And we are full cold and dark, so we're going to be doing the entire startup together, so that you can, if you're new to Airbus, you can also learn the procedures and stuff. So we're here at SBGR, Sao Paulo, and we're flying to SBRP, which is a bit also in Sao Paulo State. Very short flight, pretty fun. Anyway, let's take a look around, see the thing. Let's admire the airplane. Really well made. Look at that model. It's insane. They say it's like fully 3D scanned, so like, oh my god, look at that. It is just perfect. And the sounds are 3D, so depending on your position in relation to what is emitting the sounds, it is different. So the sound will differ as you get farther away from the GPU, the ground power unit right there, which has its custom sounds, and the sound will change once we enable the ground power, because currently the aircraft's fully shut down. But once we enable it, you're gonna notice that the sound does change. As a matter of fact, let me just make sure that we, oh yeah, the sounds are not masking, because I was worried about maybe the game sounds being louder than my microphone, but that's not the case, which is obviously very good. So let's continue with our walk around, or pretend walk around, because we're not really doing any sort of technical walk around today. We're just admiring the work. Look at that. It's got just the right amount of wear. And they made sure to add the translated stickers and stuff. That's amazing. You can see there it has text in Portuguese as well, and you can read it. The texture is very good. Like, look at that. You can totally read this stuff. To open, danger, and then we have the tail number. Look at that. Oh my god, it is absolutely brilliant. The other side, let's see, it's very sunny. It's 7:30 in the morning, I think, 7:31 at this point, very early on. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. That's absolutely insane. For if you're Brazilian specifically, because I mean that's them, but you know, it is absolutely insane the fact that they went out of the way to even put in the translated stickers and stuff. That's crazy, actually crazy. All right, I think that's enough for walking around. Well, what about we hop in the aircraft and see the cockpit and start, you know, with the whole procedure. I think it's fair enough, isn't it? Okay, let's hop in. Let's pretend we're boarding it from the jetway, like so. Look at that, bingo, magic happens. Oh, never mind, it doesn't let me. Oh, it does. Look at that. Doesn't. Oh, okay. That's awkward. Okay, there we go. It's gonna be a little hard, isn't it? Boy, what the hell? Okay, it's never mind. Okay, here we are. That's the cabin. Look at the amount of detail put in. It's insane. We have the galleys. We have a coffee machine, a no-espresso. Not a Nespresso, it's a no-espresso. Look at the RAM usage though, but still. The textures are insanely good. As I figured out, it doesn't have the stickers in Portuguese inside the cabin, but that's fair enough. I mean, look at that. You can read all the buttons and stuff. That's crazy. The cabin lighting control. And then full PBR, as you could expect. Galleys looking very nice. And then the cabin itself, which, as you can tell, looks amazing as well. It's fully 3D scan, and the most impressive part is that it's fully animated as well. So if you have the seatbelt signs, it's going to be showing up there, just like the real thing. Look at that. Life vest under your seat, and you have the numberings and stuff. We have the... It is just amazing. The overhead bins also looking great. Brings back memories. It's not really like that cabin seats wise, but I mean, it's not a point. It's a default cabin, and it's good enough for what it is. Look at that wing view though. God damn. Should I? Yeah, I should set a custom just 7. That should do it. It's gonna be my custom wing view for today. Although I do assume maybe we could go higher a little bit. Nah, never mind. That seems good enough. Okay, enough with this whole cabin thing. Let's get into the cockpit, because that's what you guys want to see, or so I assume. So let's go. Door, can we? Nah, we cannot interact because it's the drone camera, so it's not gonna work. But here's the oopsie daisy. Okay, here's the cockpit. I'm sorry, I forgot about that, because the model, I mean, if they were to render the cockpit when you're in the drone camera, that would hurt performance like big time, so they had to cut that off. But as you can see here, the cockpit's just, it's nothing short of amazing. Look at that. Just look at that. Reflections and stuff, just really, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's crazy. So we have the external bar available already. The tablet's already working. Okay, let's import the flight plan. It's gonna do its magic. Good stuff. And as it imports, oh, it says we're delayed. Oh, yeah, sure. Because I forgot about that little tiny detail. Because I made the flight plan on scene brief with real time, and I'm not flying real time, obviously, because it's not morning right now. But anyway, let's get this thing started up. So first things first, we gotta go and turn on the batteries, watch the voltages, make sure it's not below 24 volts. It is not, it is perfect. So we turn battery 1, we wait a little bit, there's battery 2 right there, you hit, look at that, listen to the sounds. I'm not sure you can listen very well because I had to lower the sounds, but I do assume it might be making noise at the very least. And then we turn off the crew supply, look at that. Oh boy, look at it coming to life. It is indeed a living thing. Now we turn on the external power. Look at that. The screens are going to come to life. It's going to do the startup cycle, just like what we used to in FS Labs. Look at that. Look at the magic happening. It's amazing. It's doing the self-test. It's going to be beeping around a little bit. What else? Okay, for now, I gotta, I think it's flight plan time. Okay, so, oh, the clock is not working. Oh, we gotta align the inertias, obviously. I always forget that. I'm not really used to this old style of the IRS, so I'm just gonna assume it's be pause, but I'm not sure, because the one I'm used to just has this bit down here. The upper part's not there, so I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna go with be pause. Then we hit nav, wait for the on-bat to show up and vanish. Then we do the same thing for this one. And consequently the same thing for this one as well. That should do it. And then it's going to tell us how much do we have to wait. So a little bit above 7 minutes for the alignment. Great. Let's check one thing, which I am very curious about. GPS. Okay, so here's the, because they even simulate the GPS positioning, and it changes every day and stuff. It's insane. Like, it's something that has never been done before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain it's never been done before. So we have the IRS, see 6 minutes, and we have the position, which obviously still being aligned right there. Gotta give it time. But yeah, that's insane. The fact that it simulates that, it's crazy. And it simulates equi-time point as well, which is something the labs doesn't have, but it's under development, or so I heard. But anyway, it's not much of a comparison. I'm just kind of showing around. I'm just mentioning the labs because, like, it's the aircraft I've flown the most in flight sim by far. Prepared, I mean, but it's my top 1 aircraft in terms of like flight time, nearly 3,000 hours. So it's hard to not compare, and you know, use it as a reference in a way, because it is my favorite aircraft. Maybe the Fenix is gonna change that, but as of right now, that is indeed the case. So let's init the flight plan. First of all, we gotta go here on the AOC. Oh wait, misclick ATSU, and then we go AOC and flight init, and then we init data request. It's gonna get all the information that we need: departure, destination, alternate the time and route, 3676. Okay, so today we hit init request there as well, and it's gonna give us the flight plan itself. It doesn't put in the flight number, you gotta do it yourself, unlike the labs. The labs does put in the flight number for you. Cost index is 27 for 10 as far as I remember. Flight level, that I don't remember. Let me check this thing. 1047, let's call it, let's edit 11Z, update STD. It's still late now, 13 minutes, so we got time. Great. Okay, METAR 1022, let's update that. Should be linked, or so I hope. Oh, it's not. It doesn't save the settings, or is it per aircraft? Maybe it's per aircraft, but it's definitely not saving. Whenever I set up all the things I've like customized, it doesn't seem to be saving across the airframes, but maybe it's because it's bound to like every tail number. We can quickly fix that in a bit. Still route. Okay, amazing. Flight level 260. Okay, so as we are flying offline, I'm gonna put in the flight level. Oh my god, that's a little too fast. 260. Okay, so we have the flight level there. We have the METAR. We have everything set. Let's check SIM settings, because I want to make sure that it is under airframe, I think. No. Controls, independent, no. Linked. Okay, that should fix it. And then I could go back to my flight. Actually, mass and balance, because we got to start planning. So we have 162 planned, we have cargo planned 3.9, and fuel capacity 5.6 for this flight. So we start in load aircraft. We're gonna use fast boarding because we're already kind of late. So we're departing 10 minutes, and we have we're definitely gonna be late, but I don't mind. As you can see, you can like click on the passengers and it shows information about them. Why is it not working? Did they remove that? I saw on stream and now it's not working. Awkward. Okay, let's pretend. Well, that's really... Oh, PAX information list. So they all have names that are not Brazilian at all, but it's whatever. So let that slide. I mean, if they were to fetch names for like every nation you're flying out of, that would be a little complicated. It's fine. Pay no states, we have that sim settings. We have done what we have to do there. Now let's load up our flight plan on a pilot brief. And click here to import your latest sim brief OFB. Come on. Oh, there you are. So we're departing from runway 9 left. 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 Okay, so oh, I forgot cruise flight temperature is 260, and then we can put in the wind. We can request the wind. It's gonna do the job for us. And now we just go flight plan, let's set the departure. So we're departing out on 9 left, which is very close to where we are, UCBEV 1Z. And in Brazil you have lots of transitions, so I assume we might use that. Does it transitions? Why is it not? It's weird because the labs, when you click it goes to the transition page, but maybe not. It's fine, we don't need that. Oh, it automatically knows there's a transition, which is what we taken there. Okay, QNH flight level. So just wait for boarding to finish now. Oh yeah, the load sheet. Okay, so we go here on back on the AOC, received messages. We should have the load sheet right there. We accept it. It's preliminary, so it's bound to get changed. It's not the final one. We accept it. Why is it not accepting? What's going on? Okay, maybe you're not supposed to accept the preliminary one. Whatever. Okay, so we go in at page number 2, and here we put in the 0 fuel weight, which is 61.0, and then we have to put in the 0 fuel weight for the 31.1. Okay, the center of gravity, 0 fuel weight, center of gravity, and the fuel block. What is the block? We have a block of 5.6, and it's going to do all the other calculations by itself. It's really cool how you can sort of tell depth by it's such a nice 3D model. It's insane. Like, this screen is actually, it even simulates the bleed on the LCD. You can kind of see the light trying to bleed out a lighter kind of black here. Just it's insane. That's something that you don't really see much. Perks of a fully 3D scanned cockpit, I guess. Oh, also, everything is engraved. Rather, it's not a texture, it's actually engraved inside the FCU. Like, it's pretty close to the real thing. I mean, one would expect given it's scanned. Look at that. I wish I could zoom in a little closer, but yeah. Oh, I forgot that. I should have done that first things first, but I was so distracted by showing around and stuff that I forgot. Please forgive me. And now we should how close are we to finish boarding? Not close at all. Okay, and then once boarding is done, we calculate performance, start APU pushback, and that's about it. It's the flight. I mean, it's a short flight. It's a 35-minute flight, but I do not intend on actually recording the whole thing. It's just gonna be until pushback, because then again, it's just a first look and showing more or less how it performs on ground, which is the most important part, and the systems. But it's not a full system walkthrough. We're just doing the basic startup and configuration stuff, but as a sort of guidance per se if you're like new to the thing, and if you want to see how it behaves on ground. As you can see, performance is really solid. As a matter of fact, I'm using CPU rendering for the screens and performance. I could go with balanced as well, which is a good middle ground, but I opted for performance because sometimes, depending on the airport, you're really gonna lose frame rate. So it's important to have the little bit of, you know, extra breathing room, because you don't know how bad it could get. Like, I was flying into Detroit with the Fenix, and performance was absolutely terrible. Like, it was good until short final, then it just died. And it was because of the airports, because freeware and stuff, it's not very, I mean, it doesn't have any optimization work, so it just tanked the frames massively. But it was a nice lesson, I guess. Do not fly into freeware with this thing, because it's just not gonna, I mean, it's not every freeware, just, you know, into demanding freeware, let's say that. There's freeware that runs very well, even better than stuff that is not freeware. Why is that on standard? Okay, great. Right, boarding almost completed at this point. Happy days. Amazing. Okay. Now we wait. So we have full alignment now. Let's check the flight plan in the meantime, and there's nothing else to do. So let's just go through the flight plan, make sure it's dandy. Seems to be. Really does seem to be. Okay. Arrival runways shall remain pending for now because it could change. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Back to arc mode. 10. Amazing. So far so good. Very happy with the airplane. It just works, you know, it just works. Performance, I mean, I had a little bit I wouldn't say issue per se, but at first I was a little taken aback by the performance because it was awful, but once I figured out that you could change the rendering device and the quality, that was a lifesaver. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, so I forgot to mention, this EFB is actually fire. It's amazing. I love the EFB so much. Craziest thing ever. Like, look at that. It's just brilliant. Straight up brilliant. Boarding complete. Look at that. Okay, dismiss. Now we can... Does it send it automatically? I wonder. Makes me wonder. Let's see. Receive messages? No. Maybe we should tell it to resend, because it's definitely not there. Maybe it takes a little bit. Does it take a little bit? I don't know. I'm gonna resend it. Not patient. Dismiss. Let's see. Do we have it? There we go. Accept. Oh, he does let me accept now. Okay. So 0 fuel weight 60.8. Did that change? Oh yeah, it did. So 60.8. Someone maybe didn't turn up. And then where's the slash? Because we have the 0 fuel weight center of gravity. 31.2. Okay. Amazing. We put that in. Even the CG changed as well. So now we calculate performance, which is the highlight of the whole thing. It is amazing. Actually amazing. So we go here, departure performance. 9 left. Runway is dry. We can sync the load sheet to final one. Let's see. The takeoff center of gravity, the weight. Packs are going to be on. Force toga no. Optimal configuration. Synchronized live weather. It's so quick. It's insane. Calculate. Let's see. 144, 144, 146. Flaps 2. Down 0 2. I'm gonna go with flaps 1 instead, because I couldn't manage to get my flaps to work properly. It's not saving the calibration, so when I try to retract them via my joystick, it doesn't retract, which is a bit of a problem. I have to go and manually put the flaps, and as you know, flaps 2, you gotta take it off quickly, ASAP. As soon as you take off, the speed's already decent enough that you have to retract it, and doing that manually while also handling with all the other things that you gotta do after takeoff, it's just not feasible. It's just not gonna happen. No takeoff shift. Okay, so 145, 145, 146. Let's put that in. There we go. 146. Takeoff shift 0. And the flaps 1 down 0 2. Here we go. Alrighty. And the flex to temperature reflexing 62. That's great. Amazing. Right, so we have everything pretty much set at this point. We have the init page already filled. We have the performance. Whew. Well, that was quick. Then we can start the APU. So master switch. We wait for that to do its thing. I don't think we need overhead lights anymore, do we? I mean, it's daytime. It's peak daytime, baby. Then we start the APU right there. Let's get rid of this as well. There's no need for that. No need at all. Look at that. We can see just fine. There's the APU. APU screen, APU screen. There you go. It's doing its thing. We're a little late already because we're supposed to be departing now. And we're still dealing with the startup, but it's fine. It's completely fine. After all, it's the first look. Nothing else matters. Just looking around the aircraft, checking out the systems. Also, on that note, oh boy, what the hell? On that note, you can play with some circuit breakers. Not all of them work, but some do work, as you can see. So you can turn them off and see what happens. You can trip them. It's insane. Actually insane. You can kill the ground positioning warning system. That's cool. I'm gonna learn a lot about the A320 systems, more than I already know, thanks to that. And well, for 50 British bucks, pounds, for 50 pounds, you get the possibly the best earbuds out there. Possibly, not really sure yet, but possibly. It's so much to learn. It's gonna be crazy. Because I've never really done anything with the CBs, obviously. Okay, so we have our APU running. We can get rid of the external power, start up the pumps. Beacon light goes on, strobe light goes on auto. We can call for pushback, and as well, parking brake should be. Oh, it is on. Okay. We should call pushback. Let's get the transponder going. Transponder is on. Alrighty. Let's see. Pushback. How do we do it? We go here. Fenix again. Then you click on, I think, ground services. Yes, there we go. You get rid of the GPU, the chocks and the cones. Connect tug. Let's push back, baby. Look at that. And jetway automatically retracts, which is crazy. And then now that we have the jetway going for us, we should start the pushback. Okay, there we go. And now we're pushing back. Let's start the engine, shall we? Okay, enough with the APU. Let's go on engine. So now we're starting it. Whoa. One thing that I noticed, it starts... it doesn't start red and turns green like I'm used to. It starts green already. I'm not sure if it's how it should be, but whatever. Okay, let's start engine 2. Oh, parking brake. Obviously, that's why it's so slow. I'm sorry. I shouldn't... Oh my god, look at that. It even has like... Oh my god, it's amazing. The windshield got like a little bit of scratch marks from the wipers. That's nutty as hell. Holy cow. Performance holding up really fine. Impressively enough. I mean, it's somewhat of a big airport. Daytime, and it's taking it like a champ. It really is. Okay, so here's the engine. It's available. Then that's when I start the other engine, start the chrono as well. Okie dokie. So far, so good. The sounds is quite silent in here. Cannot really hear the engine starting, but it's fine. So we have the strobe. Oh boy. Okay. Can we turn? Oh my god. Oh, it stops by itself. That's amazing. What the hell? Does he have a limit like the GSX pushback? 100 meters, and then it stops by itself? Because I didn't tell it to stop. It just stopped by itself. That's amazing. Okay, we should have the parking brake again. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Then we have the ground splitters armed. Trim settings, it's a down 0.2 like that. Great. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, we should be just fine. Right? Okay, so it's available. Auto brake max. Oh, you can listen to it now somewhat. Let's check the doors, just make sure that there's nothing open. I'm pretty sure it's not open, but want to make sure. Okay, it is not. Let's go. It's been 1 minute 23. Let's wait until 2 minutes. It should be 3 minutes actually, but as we're running short on time, I'm just gonna go and taxi. Taxi lights right there. APU. Okay, engines normal. Then we can get rid of this and that. Should I show a little bit of the takeoff? Maybe I should show the takeoff and climb, perhaps. It doesn't hurt, does it? Yeah, we should definitely show a little bit of the takeoff action. Because you guys must hear the sounds. It's crazy. And then we end the video. Once we hit like 10,000 feet. I think it's good enough. A good compromise for not showing the entire flight. I will make a full flight video at one point though. I gotta get more acquainted with the aircraft and the calibrations and stuff, because I'm having issues, like I said, with it not saving my settings. But at one point I will make a video where I fly from A to B, full flight from cold and dark to cold and dark again. Okay, seems to be all good. Let's go. Oh god, stutters. Okay, so now we could load up the route map on Navigraph. I do not have the fancy subscription, but you don't need it. You can just see the route map. It's crazy. Look at that. And we import from Scene Brief. Look at that. And there we go. There we have it. Oh, also. Alright. Yeah. Let's taxi now. Let's hope my setting works. I've changed a couple things so that I could finally, because I don't have a physical throttle, so I use my Xbox controller for that, and I hope it works. Let's gotta disconnect first. Let's get, oh, the signs, I always forget, because it's misplaced. I mean, it's not misplaced, it varies depending on airframe, but this one, the signs are not where I'm used to them being, so they're, for me, they are misplaced. They are not actually misplaced because it varies per MSN, but you get you catch the drift. Okay, takeoff config normal. We are good to go. So let's get parking brake out of the way. See whether it's gonna work. Oh, too much. No. Easy. There. Okay, that should be enough. Did you get us moving? Oh boy. Oh yeah, we're moving. Come on. It's done. Oh yeah, it works. Amazing. Although, why is it not separating the input? It should be done individually. Why is it not? Well, I'm not gonna bother with that right now. It's just a little sad, because it should be maybe it's a setting. I gotta look later on. Gotta take a better look at it. Like I said, I didn't have much time with the aircraft yet. I got woken up by people pinging me on Discord like, hey, it is out, it is out. I was like, what? It is almost out. I mean, it wasn't out yet. I turned on my PC and it was all about waiting like 8 minutes, around that, because it released at 20Z. I woke up, it was like 1950, and it took a good 2 minutes for my PC to come back to life. So yeah, it's about right. And then at 20:01 I had my A320 with me. I was so worried because I didn't pay my bill yet for April, so I was like, are they actually gonna let me buy it? What if they make it so I have to pay my bill first and then I can buy it? But no, it went through, thankfully. Because I wanted to be among the first to buy it. It's just that kind of project that you really want to support. It really deserves that support because it's great stuff. Actually great stuff. Yeah, the frames are not great right now, but it's fine. Finally being able to taxi, because before figuring out this workaround, I could only hop between the detents, and you know how that goes. It was not fun. So I had to go CLB, climb mode, get a little bit of momentum, then back to idle. It's not how one would like to taxi, you know. Ooh, it's a little bit uphill here. We gotta increase the power. It's just a tiny bit. I said just a tiny bit, and then it goes all the way. Okay, we might need that. I didn't know this. It was a little bit of a slope here, because P3D is flat, and I've never flown out a SPGR in Microsoft Flight Sim, so that's all new to me. Let's go. Okay, so we could go TARA already. It's a predictive wind shear. Let's go. I mean, it doesn't work, I think. Yeah, it does not, because the radar is still. Azobo doesn't let add-on developers access the API. It's still being worked on, that API that they can access to get like the weather information, but it's a matter of time, I suppose. Okay, let's get the landing lights going as well as strobe. Then we get that. We're going to turn off. Come on. Oh my god, we're way too fast now. Calm down. Okie dokie, let's go. Oh boy, getting to 50% is going to be funny. It's definitely not going to work. We have the flaps for takeoff already. Oopsie daisy. Okay. There we go. Now, let's pretend we have been cleared for takeoff and do our thing. Okay, let's see. Is that 50? Almost 50. Oh. I'll take that. Oh, that's a little bit more than 50, but fine. And then we go full power. Oh, listen to that. Would ya? Listen to that. Is the chrono going on? Oh, I should. Where's my. Over there. Boy, is it vibrating. Let's go. Wow, that's running very well. I'm surprised. Very impressed. And take off. What the hell? It's the landing gear coming up. Oh my god. I'm still coming to terms with the settings. It doesn't feel anything like the labs. I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing, but it doesn't feel like it. It's a little different. There. More than just a little. It is very different. So I'm still having my... I'm still taking my great time to get acquainted with all the different settings, but look at that. Holy cow. The fact that it's running at 29 FPS also mental. Okay. It's time to retract the flaps. It really do be time. There. Okay. Also, this should be turned off. This should be turned off. Long time ago. Wow. Why is it not? Ow. Okay, sorry for still. The click spots are often confusing to me. It's different to what I'm used to and prepared. Let's take a look outside, shall we? That's not... Where's the camera? Is it 4? Oh. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Let's take a picture. Why not? It's great. Look at that. Okay, let's see. How's the climb going? I said until 10,000, right? should be coming up soon. It really is. We're gonna do a little bit more than 10,000. Let's say until cruise, so that we can see more. I'm still, how do, oh, okay, double click there. This one as well? No. Oh, that one's a single click. Okay. Great. Really great. That's 9,000. The performance is still absolutely insane. All right. And that's 10,000. Landing lights coming off. Also seatbelt signs, we don't need that anymore. Also, headset user warning, I'm going to be switching to the external camera. Ah! Oh. Oh, hello, Kevin. Baby. Oh, baby. Would you look at that? Still climbing. Look at that. Never gets old, does it? Never gets old. I'm saying that, but the aircraft released a couple hours ago. But yeah, I assume I'm gonna be flying this one a lot from now on. It just is like that great. Plenty of fun. Should fly around. Okay, 15,000 is approaching. Assume around that corner. And then once we turn left, that's about where I'm gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's just a first look, first Glow in the Dark startup, and how to board and input the load sheet information, how to deal with the AOC, the basics, the very basics of it. I really hope it could be helpful to you people that just got the Fenix as well. It's a lovely aircraft, and if you're new to Airbus, do not give up. It's a little bit different compared to the 737, for instance, which has been out for a little longer. So assume, like, if you're a new flight simmer and you're getting all the study level aircraft, I assume you got 737 first, and then you might be wondering, wow, that's very different. It's not what I learned at all. But don't give up. It's a fantastic aircraft. There's a lot to be learned. There's a lot to be enjoyed. So just don't give up on it. It really is great. And with that being said, I bid you all farewell. See you all in the next one. And feedback's much appreciated. Comment sections right down below if you guys have any suggestions, anything really. Don't be shy. And bye bye everyone. Yeah, take care.